Okay, so we're going to take a look at customary measurement, which, not to scare you, but customary measurement is a lot, in my opinion at least, a lot more difficult than metric measurement. Okay? So for customary measurement, this is actually what you're going to get on state testing. And, the reason they give this to you on state testing, if you look at all this stuff they give you, is because you can't be expected to memorize all of this. Metric measurement, there's not a whole lot to memorize because everything's either 10 times greater or 10 times less, 100 times greater, 100 times less, 1,000 times greater, 1,000 times less. It's pretty easy because you just have to move the decimal left or right. This is all, if you look, like 1 pound, 16 ounces. 1 gallon, 4 quarts. 1 mile is 1,760 yards. It's all different, and there's not really any kind of pattern or easy way of remembering. So anyway, so for park testing, you will get this, which is nice to know that you don't have to memorize it. But so let's make sure we are familiar with, or we learn how to do this. So a little trick that I learned one time that helps me remember is it's called Superman Loves Danger. Okay, and then Lois is like his girl. Lois says, "My hero." Okay, that's how I remember customary measurement. Okay, and what this means is when you have something going from small to something large, you use D stands for division. And when you have something going from large into something small, you use M stands for multiplication. So that's what this trick is. It helps you remember small to large, you divide, large to small, you multiply. Okay? And let me show you some examples with that. Okay? So what if we have, let's say we have, let's see what conversions we have on here. Okay, what if we have 3 pounds, and we want to know how many, spelled it wrong, how many ounces, okay? We have something weighs 3 pounds, and we want to say, well, how many ounces is that? Okay, well, we have to convert it. So what you do is you look at the units, pounds and ounces, and you label them with either an S or an L. S is always going to be for the smaller of the 2 units, and L is for the larger of the 2 units. Okay? So when I think pounds and ounces, I think pounds are large and ounces are small. So look what I have here. Lois says, "My hero." I'm going to be multiplying. And when I multiply, well, what numbers am I going to multiply? Now I have to look for the basic fact. And that's what this park sheet gives you a lot of, state testing sheet, I should say. Here, 1 pound is 16 ounces. So the basic fact is 1 pound is 16 ounces. Okay, so let me walk you through the steps again. The first step was we labeled units. Pounds are the large, ounces are the small. Then I went back to the rhyme. LS. That's for Lois says my hero. So Lois says my hero, so I know I'm going to be using multiplication. And now I needed the basic fact. And I used the state testing sheet for that. Okay, I didn't memorize it. Some of these you might memorize, and that's fine, but you don't have to. Okay, so basic fact was 1 pound has 16 ounces. So I know I'm multiplying, and now I look, well, what numbers am I multiplying? Look at the only numbers that exist. 3 times 16. Okay, so set it up. 16 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So that means I'm inserting that number to the missing piece. So 3 pounds is 48 ounces. Okay? So that is how we convert customary measures. I'll do one more. I'll do kind of an easy example. No, I'll do 26 fluid ounces is how many cups. Okay? So 26 fluid. Okay, so again, first I need to label fluid ounces and cups. Fluid ounces is smaller than cups. Cups are the larger of the two units. So Superman loves danger and D for division. So I know I'm going from a small to a large, so I'm going to be dividing. Superman loves danger. Okay, and dividing what? Well, now I need the basic fact. And my sheet has a lot of these on it. Oh, 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. So 1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces. Okay, so when I look at, I'm dividing, right? I'm dividing what? 26 divided by 8. Okay, so let me set it up. 26 divided by 8. 8 goes into 26 3 times, that's 24, subtracting it 2. Now this is a little tricky. It's 3 with like a remainder of 2. So here's what my answer is. My answer is 3 cups with 2 leftover fluid ounces. And that's my whole answer. 3 cups, 2 fluid ounces. Okay? So that's just like a mini tutorial on, and this is really important here. I'll hang this on the front board if anybody needs to use it, but this is probably the most important piece. The Superman loves danger, Lois says my hero, and then using all of these measurements if you need them. Okay, so that's the most important piece for today's activity. Just go ahead and continue to follow along the directions.